This is our first segment of how to build an airmaster fan. This is a 4-in-1 30-inch Mancooler, and we're going to show you how to build it. Yeah, so for this job, all you're really going to need to do is check first off that you got all the pieces, and then after you do the checklist, the most that you might need in tools is probably a set of pliers for this job. Okay, what you guys got to check next is see how exactly you're going to build this. So you can either hang it off the roof, in which case you'd use the chains. All you have to do is hook up the chains. It's fairly easy. You can attach it to the wall or to the ceiling with this bracket, which is fairly easy to attach as well. All you got to do is lift this like this. Put this piece right here on this piece. First, you got to put the washers on this side. You put it in, and you put the lock, you know, on the other side. Then you put the nut. First thing you want to do is you want to put the wheels on this piece before you put the barrel. Reason for that is the barrel is pretty heavy, so you don't want this to be attached to anything heavy while you're putting on the wheels. We're going to get to that right now. Okay, this part, what you got to do is you got to add the footstool. So what you want to do is, you see it has these little clamps which put pressure on each side. You got to look for the side that doesn't have a hole to put it on. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to apply the footing. This is kind of like the brake system, because this is going to have wheels on the other side. So this is going to act as the brake, stationary. So basically what you want to do is just slide it in here, make sure that it goes in all the way. If it doesn't go in all the way, then get a rubber mallet and you can hammer it down a little bit. Then you got to kind of twist these things right here, make sure that they get really tight. And this is where you might want to use the wrench to make sure it gets real tight in there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the axle in through this little hole right here. The axle in. We put, it's kind of like a spacer. Put the spacer in. Then you want to put one wash nut, the wheel, the other wash nut, and then you put the lock in. This part is kind of difficult, but there you go, you got it. And then you do the same to the other side, and you're all set. Once you have it aligned, put the lock nut on top of the torque, just start screwing it in. It doesn't really matter if it's not lined because it pivots, so we can just loosen this up a little bit and put it back into its place, whatever place you want it to be. Make sure that you lock that lock nut. Now we're going to show you the other side. In this part, we have to align these holes. It's going to be a little trickier because we actually have to put this piece right here. These little holes right here align with these, and then we end up putting this with the lock nut. Okay, so for this side we had to lay it down so it would be easier for us to connect this piece. And then over here, what you want to do is, you see it has an adjustable, so what you want to do is you want to make sure that you keep it away from the handle. And then you tighten it as much as possible. And by this point, we already have it straightened out. So there's no need to adjust it. If you want to adjust it later on, then you can do so. Then what you want to do is you want to put it back down and tighten the other side. And then that's when you get your complete package. Here you go. An adjustable fan. Once you get it to the place you want it, you tighten it up and it's all good. And you got your Airmaster fan Mancooler. You can get it at www.rockdistributing.com.